All right, good morning everyone, welcome back to Please Be Outdoors. Okay, so today we are doing something a little different from what we have done so far this year. We are actually participating in Wisconsin's early catch and release season for trout. And yeah, we are actually back out here on the river, and I am actually gonna give it a try. This is actually an annual spot that I always try first. Early season, I don't really do good at this particular hole, but it's just one of those spots that you have to stop at. So I'm gonna be throwing a few casts here with my fly rod. Again, that is my Orvis Clearwater outfit, 9-foot outfit, 5 weight. And yeah, we're gonna give it a go and see if we manage to pull a fish out of this hole. And if not, we will move to a more promising spot, my honey hole that I actually like to fish during this time of the year. So just stay tuned here, guys, and hopefully we manage to hook up to something. I will see you guys then. All right, guys, to start, I have this black Zunker. It's got a little flashy head on it with a little pink underside. I don't know, I don't even have a name for it. I just decided to tie it up, and it's actually one of my producers for this time of the year. For those who have never fished the winter time, like how I am fishing right now, there are actually like mainly two different methods that I like to use the most. That is throwing streamers, smaller streamers, not big guys, so usually like 2-inch streamers like this. Favorite go-to colors around this time of year are black and whites. And the other method is nymphing, which I might do later at another hole. But the third method actually is throwing small little black stoneflies, because around this time of the year, for those who do like walleye fishing or any early season fishing, you guys tend to see those little like winged looking ant things. Those are actually like tiny stoneflies, and usually you see those landing on like the snow, and rocks, whatever's left. And warmer temps trigger those guys to actually hatch. So days like today, which today is supposed to reach like mid-30s, it's a really good day, a very good possibility that they're actually gonna hatch in this weather. So usually I like to keep some of those dry flies on hand around this time of year too. Anyways, I'm gonna be throwing this low streamer first to begin with. I think I'm just gonna chuck this low guy just for a little bit here, and if it doesn't produce, then we're just gonna hop to the next hole, because I don't have much time. I have like roughly 2 hours to fish, so I'm not gonna spend too much time at this hole. It's just one of those spots where you just have to try first, because it's the first time of the year. Okay, guys, so let me show you guys the action on this streamer. Again, this is a rabbit hair Zunker, so it's got a lot of twitching action. I don't know if you guys can see it. It kind of has like a leech imitation pattern to it, and that pink on the bottom is just enough to just kind of like give it like it's like kind of like a sweet color, sweet spot. Okay, so we're just gonna chuck it upstream, and then I'm just gonna swing it across the whole stretch. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually kind of fan casting, hitting that ledge all the way across, and if it does not produce, then I'm just gonna head out. Okay, this hole is actually doing a little eddy. What that is because it's like a circle, it's causing like kind of like a whirlpool effect, so it's forcing the water to kind of swirl back upstream. And so what that does is that actually throws your fly off again, making it have a not as natural float. So I'm just trying to get that across and hit the tail end of this run right here. All right, guys, just like I said, a few casts here and there, and we are off to the next fishing hole. I will see you guys there. Alright, guys, I've switched it up. I am now going to be nymphing. I'm using I think that's like a size 12 pheasant tail nymph with a black tungsten bead. Right now I have it set to roughly 3 feet, and I'll adjust the depth along the way. As long as I know I'm touching bottom or bouncing off bottom, then I'll adjust accordingly. This hole used to be pretty deep, guys, but then since this log right here, there used to be a log right here, went all the way across the river, and that caused a log jam, so it caused the river to be fairly deep downwards. And ever since that log rotted and broke in half, the hole kind of leveled out, so it's not quite as deep no more. So every year this spot gets shallower and shallower from all the sediment that's washed down here. So that means the hole's not quite as deep. There might not be trout holding up in this hole anymore. You see it? There's a fish right there. There you go, guys. First trout of the year. Let's go. That's a bit of a grind on the streamer. Little brownie. Come on, buddy. Oh no, he popped off. That's okay. Quick catch and release. If there's one, there's gotta be more. That's awesome, guys. It was a grind for that one fish, but you know what? That's alright. That's how it is for the early season. You don't know what you're gonna get. Every year is always different. These trout, they winterize in different holes every year. So you have your good years and you have your bad years, and then your honey holes could just dry out, like how we fished in the upper section. And I'm assuming that's because again, that log that used to be there is no longer there. So then that area up there got fairly flat and the fish just moved on. Wasn't deep enough for them to winterize in. Alright guys, that was off of the white Zunker. So now I'm going to swap it out for a black one and fish this run right here. And if it doesn't bite, then I'm going to switch it to a olive colored one, a green one. I've got a variety of colors going on here. Yeah, it's just to change things up a little bit. That way I know for sure whether or not I'm missing fish or if they're just not biting. Guys, I got a nice one on. This guy's probably like a 12 or 14. It's like a 12. He's downstream, so I gotta fight him against the current. I would not be surprised if he pops off though. You just want to get a nice picture of you. Really pretty colors, pretty fall colors. Bottom lifted. There we go, guys. Oh man, that's probably like a good 14, solid 14. Oh, she's talking to me. Right in the bottom lip. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see that. Nice, pretty looking guy. Little bucky. You can kind of see the kype on his mouth. There you go, guys. Ooh, that was awesome. It's 2 fish within a 2-hour period. That's a win in my books. Again, streamer fishing, guys. Don't sleep on it. Alright guys, that was on a black zunker. I'm actually gonna switch it out now. Let's try the white one more time in this small stretch right here, because I haven't fished it past this area. And then if nothing works, if nothing takes it, we'll switch over to an olive pattern, the green one. Alright guys, so all these flies that I have right here, the zunkers, I tie them fairly the same. They all have a rabbit strip. As you guys can see, that's probably like an inch and a half, and the rest is just hair fibers. And then underneath I have pink artificial dubbing, and on top I also have like a off color, which in this case is more like a flash artificial gray dubbing. You guys can see the dubbing's falling off. But then the eyes are actually weighted, and inside of it I actually have wire, weighted wire wrapped inside of it underneath the chenille, the white chenille. So this fly is fairly heavy. It's probably like a, I don't know, maybe like a 1/16 ounce fly. So it's not crazy heavy, but it's heavy enough to bring it down. As you guys can see, like, look, it just sinks straight down. But then this current is fairly fast, so what's happening is it's not allowing my streamer, my fly, to sink down to the bottom, which is okay for my case, because what I'm doing is I'm actually just swinging and twitching and just keeping that fly suspended in one area kind of, and just twitching it. In this cold weather, the water is actually colder, so then just think about it. The baits that are in here, the minnows, they're not really as active, so they're not gonna like dash like crazy as much, you know. So you want to keep that bait suspended, because these trout, they don't want to work too hard for these for their food. So just keep that in mind. Even though like trout love the cold water, but they just want an easy meal. So that's how I'm fishing these guys. If I really wanted to fish deep, what I would actually do is, here, I got stepping in my fishing line maintenance, guys. I told you guys before. So what you want to do is you actually want to like toss it out there and give it some slack, like just do like wave bends, and then let it flow down. And what happens is your fly sinks down, and then you can start your strips. That way you get it down deeper into the water column. If I was fishing upstream, what I would do to get it to go down is throw it up and actually toss and mend on top of it, so that causes the slack of the line to help the fly drop down, as you guys can see right here, and that brings the fly down into the water column, and then you can start stripping afterwards. So yeah, that's how you could fish these streamers. Again, I'm not trying to fish deep here. I'm just trying to kind of trigger them to come up and swipe or eat the fly, and just do slow strips and just twitch, and that causes that rapid strip to flicker like crazy, and it drives them nuts and they want it. Alright guys, I lied. I thought it was a woolly booger, but this is actually a bunny, black bunny. Pretty much a bunny is very similar to a standard zunker fly. It's just that it's got a collar, and it makes it the head of it look a little more bulkier. All right, you guys, I am now back at my car, but recap of the day. Quite honestly, guys, I don't think I did bad, honestly, because there are days, even during the summer, where you could go trout fishing, you could skunk the whole entire day, and I managed to catch 2 and land just the 1. I don't know if you guys want to consider that first one to land or not, because it popped off, but yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, again, thanks for coming along with me on this journey. I appreciate you guys, and yeah, again, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and until next time, peace.